Friends, I'm going to start right here because look at all these tomatoes that need to be harvested off of this. They come off so easily, and you got to be careful because you don't want to get the ones next to them that aren't ripe and ready. Let me see how many I can get off of here. Look, I've picked over 20 of them. There's still plenty on there. Tomorrow I'll be able to get some more, but how wonderful. We're going to have a nice salad tonight. Since we're right here, I want to show you, look at these ground cherries. I mean, this plant is covered. They're just absolutely looking perfect. Down here, the basil's back again. You know what? I think I'm going to go ahead and trim some of that too. I'm going to harvest a little bit of the black opal basil to go in our pesto because I think that would be amazing. Everything else in this area is looking phenomenal. The flowers, our cosmos are coming up. I'm excited about that. But yeah, everything's just looking great. Our zebra tomatoes, look, they even have their stripes on them. I've been heavily cutting back the foliage on the tomato plants. I like to keep it nice and airy at the bottom. This is what keeps the disease from happening, from the bugs from getting on them. So it's worked very well for me. And removing the extra leaves once the big fruit starts producing helps the energy go to the fruit rather than the leaves. Up here at almost 8,000 feet, it is hard to get fruit to go to its full mature capacity. So we remove leaves and let all that energy go to the fruit. All right, the next thing we need to harvest is some cucumbers, but I want to show you the most exciting thing. Look at all the hail damage. I did take a few leaves off, but my eggplants are more than happy and have survived everything. Look at this flower. It's beautiful. Isn't that beautiful? So it looks like we are definitely going to have some eggplants. We've got the flowers going on both sides. These are the Little Prince eggplants. They're really small, and I cannot wait for them to develop for us. But in the meantime, let's harvest some pickles or cucumbers. I always call them pickles because that's what we turn them into. But we've got quite a few ready to come off of this vine today. I think I'm going to cut it. No, it comes right off. Uh-oh. Look at that. Is that not perfect? All right, let's see if we can get the other two. I know I have 3 that are ready. Go back here. Look at this one. This one's really ready. So that's why I waited a couple days to do the update so we could go ahead and harvest together. And you could see... Look at, there's the next one. Here's the third one, and I'm sure you saw the picture in the community tab. Last week I harvested 2, so now we'll have 5 in the refrigerator. I'm trying to get a little stash so I can make some pickles from homemade. Everything homemade, right? Oh, I don't want to smash my tomatoes. So, put those in there. Look at there, guys. How exciting! Look here, guys. See this tomato? I'm pulling it so the rest of them can get ripened because this will just take a minute to ripen inside. And I'm going to remove, where'd it go? This one. This one was the original one that's been on here. It's just taking way too long. This tomato didn't come on until like 3 weeks after this one, and it's already turning. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this one. We'll put it on the counter with the others and let it do its thing. But that red one is officially my first red tomato this year. But we got a lot happening on this one, so now maybe removing some of the fruit, these guys can just red up for us. Isn't this exciting? Oh, I get so excited. Now this is feeling like a harvest. I mean, this is really feeling like a harvest. Let's look at this honeydew plant because it is really, and look at, it's got little deals. Look at little twins right here all over it. The carrots down inside are doing wonderfully. So I'm really anxious to see if we get some melon off of this. All of our plants all of the tomatoes. See how I clear all the branches at the bottom? That really helps keep, because look at these little flies. They're just little fruit flies, how they'll stick because this is covered in that tomato goodness. But anyway, keeping nice airflow around the bottom of my plants has been the key to help keep them pest free. But we have fruit on everything. And I especially love this zinnia because this was one seed. One seed made all of this. One seed. Plant some flowers, if anything, because wow, that's amazing. My beans are doing their bean thing. We've got beans, beans, beans. Let's see. Look at this big guy. And they blend in, but if you go up, look at this cluster's got 4. So the beans are just taking off, doing awesome. We absolutely cannot complain about anything in this garden. These carrots are doing amazing. I keep watching to see if any of them want to bolt on me, because usually that means you gotta pull that one out. But so far they're just being carrots and they're happy as can be. And this watermelon plant down in here, oh, it's doing really well. Look at, see that little baby watermelon right there? Can you see it? It's a little baby watermelon down there. So this watermelon plant is doing amazing. All the corn is getting its tassels, but it's still quite short. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Tomatillos are, now see, this is just so exciting for me because it's a first. I've never grown tomatillos, but we've got little lanterns just absolutely everywhere. But I want to show you this one because it's gigantic in there. It's really, really big. So exciting to finally see fruit appearing on the plants. Look at, isn't it just pretty? I mean, I could just, I know I go on and on about this iceberg, but it's a huge accomplishment for me. It's a hard lettuce to grow, and to be able to grow it up here is just absolutely amazing. But the lettuce, like I said, we're getting gaps because we're now taking whole heads of it out. All the potatoes are potatoing. All these ones that got eaten by the hornworms, completely green again and good. Hopefully it'll stay that way. These guys over here are making their flowers, and I'm not pulling flowers anymore because it's too late in the season, but look at how beautiful. Look at how beautiful a simple little potato flower. Here's another one, different color. So pretty, so pretty. So the squash plants took the biggest beating from the hail of everything. I've cleaned them up. They still have a few leaves on them or that are quite beat up, but for the most part, I removed the ones that were really bad. And I've got a lot of squash. I mean, a lot of squash. These are the little lemon squash. They're delicious. They don't get bigger than like a little bigger than a baseball. Amazing little squashes. My flowers are hanging in there. This area, what I've discovered, is just way too hot. It's just blazing with sun, and I think this would be a better area for like our corn. Look it back there. Let's see. Can you see it? Can you see it back there? Oh, it's hard to see, but you can see the little red right here. See the little red right here? Okay, our cayenne peppers are starting to turn color. This is exciting. This really long one back here, yep, it's getting red on it as well. So pretty soon we'll have all red little cayenne peppers hanging from there. And boy, look at this. Look at this marigold. It really just took off, and it's got buds everywhere on it. It's protecting all of our food. I love it. This is a nice size tomato on this one, and of course the dill, which I'm going to be taking all of it down. Some of it's going to go in the freezer. I'm going to do another batch of pickles, and I'm going to be sharing it with my friends. It's time to get it cut and doled up because I just do not want to lose any of this. my peas are taken off. They're just really, really happy back here. And what's interesting is this is the second set. I planted them like 2 weeks apart, okay? I'll show you the other set in a minute. These were the second ones that we planted. And I thought they were doing better because they got more sun, but it turns out it's kind of the opposite. In the heat of the day, these other ones over here are just getting pounded with sun, and I think it's overwhelming and a little too much. So I might put a little shade right here because that's where the sun comes in, and in the late afternoon I might shield them a little because it's just been too much. But they're still growing, doing well. I'm not complaining about them, but these were planted 2 weeks before the other ones, so they should be way farther along. But either way, they're doing their thing. Our harvest is big. This is the biggest harvest we've had this year. Everything's starting to come on. Before you know it, we're going to have tons of tomatoes, more cucumbers, lots more basil. And speaking of basil, I was able to harvest 3 different kinds today, and that's awesome. I'm going to make another batch of pesto. I just am so excited about harvesting. What is going on in your garden? That's what I want to hear. What are you harvesting? A lot of you are already done harvesting tomatoes and everything when we're just getting started. So I love hearing your stories. I love hearing how you're preserving. I love hearing how you're overwhelmed because you don't want to waste a single drop of food out of your garden, which is exactly how we should all be. Don't waste a thing. If you can't eat it or preserve it, pass it on to your neighbors and friends and coworkers, because believe me, they will appreciate it. There is nothing like homegrown food. All right, friends, tell us what you're up to. Give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and share, and we're going to be talking to you really soon. Yeah, bless and keep every single one of you.